toujours avec l'adorable Kaiki.
Monsieur de Richet.
Monsieur Lord de Richet.
Non, c'est pas Lord.
Sorry, Emily, but I can't leave Elizabeth like this.
All right, Elizabeth. How can I help?
Thank you. Come on, follow me.
Pour une jeune, elle a déjà les cheveux blancs, elle, c'est un peu bizarre. Hein. Rentrer dans la chambre d'une jeune dame en nuisette, c'est pas terrible.
I really need to talk to you, Louis, right now.
Does Lord Mortimer know the mess you've made of your room?
Listen to me, damn it! My days are numbered.
Elizabeth, I don't know if it's about my mother again, but I'm telling you, you've nothing to be afraid of. She didn't come here for you.
I saw her.
Saw who? You saw my mother? When?
Just last night. I went out to walk along the cliff top and I saw her in the distance. She tried to hide right away, but I'm sure it was her.
Are you saying you recognized my mother in the middle of the night while she was hiding?
Yes, Louis, I know it was her.
You just said she was far away, right? In the middle of the night. And the exterior of the island isn't exactly well lit.
Listen, I'm telling you, it was her.
Elle a l'œil des Illuminati, elle a la picolade, moi je vais regarder ça.
Did you talk to each other?
Ah, zut.
No, she was far away. I didn't make any noise and then she was gone.
Have you told anyone you've seen her? Sir Holm? Mortimer?
You don't understand. It's her. She's here.
Yes, I understand.
No, you're not listening. The moment I saw her, I was overcome by spasms. She's here. I'm telling you, it was her. Yes, I need something to calm me down.
Il y a du magnésium pas loin.
I'll drink with you, but let's go easy on it, okay?
Skål. Plus je boirai, moins elle boira, elle, donc c'est pas plus mal.
I don't know where she gets her rot gut from, but frankly, it's disgusting.
You know, Louis, when I came here, it was in the hope of getting help. I've only just now realized that I've been drawn here into a trap.
C'est un sacrifice, elle.
Whoa. The alcohol's gone to my head.
Here, the condemned's last drink.
Elizabeth,
Je vais dire un verre.
alcohol never solves anything. I'm going to stop now.
Listen up. You want to know what your mother was capable of, right? You want to know the reason why. Well, you're gonna have to follow me to the bottom of the abyss, Louis. Either drink or get out.
No, I won't drink.
All right, Louis, then get the hell out of here. You're incapable of opening your eyes, so be it. Get
So
out!
beat it. Ah bah écoute, les vieilles marines qui se picolent la gueule avec des cicatrices partout, c'est ça pas 2 minutes, mais... Il y a une nouvelle marque que j'ai pas vue. Ça se trouve elle va mourir et je lui parlerai plus jamais. Bah tant pis, elle l'aura cherché.
Bizarre.
Elle voulait pas vraiment être aidée.
Why the hell did I go with Elizabeth?
Là, t'as même pas attendu 5 minutes, ça va pas de...
I could have spent the night with Emily, but no. I had to go play the night
Une
with a
nuit
big
avec...
heart.
Attends, non c'est rien.
Oh, well, never mind. Tomorrow's another day.
Oh, tu crois vraiment qu'il allait...
Ouais, je crois pas non plus, ouais, je sais pas. Il est rapide en affaire, il fait encore des rêves. Hein. N'arrête pas, c'est un rêveur. Oh, c'est pas vrai. Tu peux pas dormir une nuit complète dans cette, dans cette chambre.
J'avoue, c'est un peu...
Ah mais là c'est carrément... Oh.
Monsieur de Richet, I am arresting you for the murder of Elizabeth Adams.
What the hell's going on?
You are in deep trouble, my young friend.
Quoi?
Elle est morte, Adams. Toi, j'ai rien raté. Hein. En fait, aller avec l'autre, ça aurait été un alibi. Bon là il va falloir que je puisse parler niveau de la loi. Ok. Non. Ah, je peux pas. Ok, attendez. Voilà, ça va m'aider, je le sens bien. Voilà. Va falloir se défendre vis-à-vis de regard de ça. Oh, c'était la fin du premier épisode. Eh oui, c'est un jeu épisodique. Heureusement, nous avons le deuxième. Allons-y.
How many times must I tell you? You must never put your life on the line for me.
Mother has always had a fascination for Lord Mortimer, but has never wanted to tell me why.
We are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine.
All I can tell you is I'm looking for my sister.
Do you believe your mother capable of torturing a child?
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother.
Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs, and Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. You will find that Lord Mortimer is not what one would call conventional, Monsieur de Richet.
Pas mal.
Monsieur de Richet, I am arresting you for the murder of Elizabeth Adams.
Ok. Ah, qu'est-ce que je peux lire après avoir lu ça? Conviction, j'ai l'impression que ça va être important. On va donc lancer dans conviction. En fait, je crois qu'ils essaient d'évincer ma mère pour me permettre de signer des papiers avec Bonaparte pour lancer la guerre. Tout ça.
At last we meet, Monsieur de Richet.
Cache.
Do you mind if I call you Louis?
Please do.
Thank you. I wish to apologize wholeheartedly, Louis. I made you cross the seas, and I wasn't even here to welcome you. When I asked you to join us here, it was of course in the hope that you would help us find your mother. But an act of horrific violence occurred during the night, and I do not know if this is linked to the disappearance of Sarah.
Okay.
If there's a possible link to my mother, I hope you'll let me know.
In the early hours of the morning, Elizabeth Adams was found dead in her room, savagely mutilated with a knife. I'll get straight to the point, Louis. According to the initial elements at my disposal, you were the last person to see her alive.
Yes, last night we, Do you suspect me?
I want you to tell me everything that happened last night and leave nothing out. Tell me, how did the evening begin?
Duchess Hillsborough and I were returning to our rooms when Elizabeth came up to us. She was in a state of panic and insisted that she needed to speak to me. She said she feared for her life. I took my leave of the Duchess and followed Elizabeth to her room.
Continue.
She insisted we have a drink, without which she refused to confide anything.
What exactly did she want to speak about?
About my mother. She had just found out that I was Sarah de Richet's son. Elizabeth wanted to tell me about the horrors my mother apparently inflicted on her.
Finding out that your own parents had always lied to you. Well, that must not have been an easy thing to hear. But do go on.
I refused to go on drinking with her. She already seemed drunk and her conversation became confused. So then she ordered me to get out. If only I'd stayed.
Don't blame yourself, Louis. How could you have known? But thank you for this new information. Louis, I shan't hide the fact that this tragedy puts me in a very delicate situation. I cannot risk upsetting the smooth operation of our next conference. But the case cannot remain unaddressed. I must reassure my guests, and justice will be done. And for that to happen, I must ask for your help.
Why is that?
You met Elizabeth. You spoke together, I believe. She trusted you. Listen, Louis. Find out who could have committed this murder. I refuse to believe that one of my guests is the murderer. I want to know who is responsible for this. And I trust you. You have my backing. You must stop at nothing. Can I count on you?
Of course. How would you like me to proceed?
Maybe you could start by going to the scene of the crime. Elizabeth was attacked in her room.
Can you tell me anything else about what happened?
Now, Louis, I wouldn't want to influence you. Get over there and form your own opinion.
Do you have any suspects in mind, my lord?
I spent most of the night talking with Sir Gregory and His Eminence Piaggi. So I think you can remove them from the list of suspects. Monsieur Bonaparte and President Washington left the party after midnight, I believe. They were tired and went up to bed.
Right. I'll get over there immediately.
Thank you, Louis. Now, once you've finished, come back and let me know your findings. I'll be waiting. And Louis, you've got permission to search through the guests' rooms. They've all been notified and they agree.
Ah, ça on aime bien. Il m'a
pas fait ça.
Ouais, chut. Oula. Il a un problème avec les trous, lui, hein. Qu'est-ce que...
Non, mais il y a forcément un serviteur qui a dû glisser et tomber là-dedans, quand même, c'est horrible.
Pas qu'un. En fait, regarde, il se prend pour Zeus ou un truc comme ça, le mec. Il est au-dessus de sa tour d'ivoire, tu vois. Parce que là, c'est clairement, il est au-dessus d'une tour. Par contre, j'ai pas vraiment eu l'initiative de la défense comme je l'espérais.
Which four-letter word could open this chest?
Ah, RSN, attendez un peu. Kane, le nom du... Non? Allez. Ah, putain, une seconde. Balle. Ah, y'a pas de B, merde. Ah, ça va, ok. J'en reviendrai! J'ai pas vraiment eu l'opportunité de faire ce que je voulais dans la défense. Ah, ça va.
Tu avais pas vraiment eu besoin de te défendre, hein, finalement.
Ouais, mais ça fait un peu trop organisé, tu vois, genre... Et tu sais, quelqu'un à qui j'ai toujours pas parlé depuis le début, c'est Holm. Le vieux tout poudré, là. Est-ce qu'il est là, d'ailleurs? Non. On m'avait dit que je pouvais fouiller partout, bah je fouille. Oh, quelle était sa prochaine... Ouais, c'est pas mal, hein. Tu crois qu'il a reproduit tous lui-même? Ah, si ça se trouve c'est ça, c'est un immortel.
The nightmare painted by Fuseli in 1781.
Ça se trouve c'est un immortel qui a le temps de faire de la pâture à les croisades. Ah, chip. C'est peut-être répéter des trucs, hein. Comment? Léviathan? Où est-ce que j'ai vu dans Léviathan?
Oui, là, au milieu. Deuxième ligne. Voilà.
Ah, ok, je connaissais pas. Merci, Kiki. On s'en un peu bien avec tout ça. Tiens donc. Mais qui voilà?
Your Eminence, I imagine that you've heard the news about Miss Adams.
What a tragedy, my son. How could such a thing have happened?
That's exactly what I'm trying to find out. Did you notice anything out of the ordinary last night?
I saw the young French soldier, Bonaparte, I believe, hanging around near Miss Adams' room. But I would not want to get an innocent man into trouble, Louis. It's probably nothing.
Not to worry, Your Eminence. If he is innocent, then he has nothing to fear. Do you know why Mr. Bonaparte was hanging around her room like that?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised to learn that the dashing young soldier had become infatuated with a fragile young woman.
Mais d'un autre côté, c'est pas le genre de gars qui va aller tuer une femme
But
sans
I
raison,
don't
c'est un
think
officier,
he
c'est
got a
pas
very warm welcome.
Bonaparte and Adams? But they didn't even know each other, did they?
I couldn't say, Louis. But if I were you, my son, I would talk to Monsieur Peru.
Évidemment.
You remember how violently he set upon Miss Adams.
Oh, don't worry. He's on the list of suspects.
Mais toi aussi, vieux mec. Comment? Qu'est-ce qu'ils ont acheté des pièces partout dans leur baraque, là?
Petit pousset.
Ah non, c'est occulte de l'eau. J'ai la terre, j'ai l'eau.
Dante's Purgatory.
Dedans.
Why does your mind presume to flight when you're still like the imperfect grub, the worm before it's attained its final form? Charming.
Charming. Ah, ça me parle, là, ce trou, il me parle. Alors, ah oui, d'accord, ok. Très cher Keki, par qui commençons-nous nos investigations? Attends, je vais d'abord...
Je dirais les moins...
Prendre un raisin. Hop, oui, vas-y, dis-moi.
Bah, pourquoi pas la fille, déjà?
Le ministre des cultes, là, lui, il a l'air louche.
Je le connais pas.
C'est pour ça qu'il a l'air louche. Non, mais le ministre des cultes... En avant. Tiens donc, monsieur le ministre des cultes. Attendez, chez qui, là? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Excusez. Vous n'adresserez pas la parole, cher ami. Ce serait bien trop facile. Ah oui, ah bah en plus lui il est juste devant sa...
Oh là là.
Ah, ils ont pas bougé le corps.
Toujours là, hein.
Ah.
Elle paraît déjà? Je comprends pas. Ouais, j'en ai marre.
Bah,
il est flippant, lui.
qu'est-ce que tu fais là juste derrière toi?
T'as pas de l'ambre, toi?
Attends, on va
Dear
voir.
Elizabeth, I'm writing to...
Ok, ça je l'ai déjà lu.
Has Sir finished with this room?
No, I haven't gone over everything yet.
Sir may take his time. When Sir would like to leave, Sir has only to tell me.
Monsieur voudra... Je suis enfermé, c'est ce que tu me dis, Walter? Il était donc...
Clock stopped at 3:54.
3h54, d'accord.
If it was smashed during the murder, then I've just established the time of the crime. Pentagram? What the hell's been going on here?
Ah, il le savait, lol.
Contrary to what most people believe, the pentagram's not there to conjure up, I don't know what evil or demonic creature. With the point toward the top, the pentagram is an ancient symbol of protection against evil.
Many esoteric rituals are based on this shape. Could Elizabeth have been sacrificed during an occult ritual?
Ah, ça, je crois que oui.
Huh. The talisman that I gave back to Elizabeth. I can't exactly say it brought her good luck.
Et je peux pas le prendre. Pardon.
Les livres sont trop hauts.
A notebook, written in Elizabeth's handwriting. It is written in a mix of several languages. It's medieval Latin, well enough to translate a bit. He's coming. The demon is upon me. He's coming back to kill me. There she is. Death has come to finish me off. I've just run into her son. That was her last entry. What tortured writing.
On parle quand même beaucoup de démons. Donc ça,
June 11th, 1791.
Ouais. Ça c'est les cadeaux de sa sœur. Tiens donc. Une arme non utilisée peut-être.
Pistol? Fairly new, I'd say. And judging by the weight of it, fairly light.
Il fait feu.
It's extremely well maintained. The barrel is perfectly clean. It isn't loaded and there's no traces of gunshot residue. I'd conclude that it hasn't been used recently. There's a few dried traces of blood on the grip. Difficult to know for sure how they got there. A tribute engraved on the barrel. To the liberators of France. Right. I shall have to find its owner.
Je crois que je sais qui c'est le proprio, mais...
Perru?
Peut-être pas. Peut-être Bonaparte.
November.
Ouais.
Elle a pas voulu coucher avec lui, donc il l'a tué.
Piece of fabric. High quality at that. I'd say it's silk. Going by the texture and the gray hue, it must come from a dress, that kind that women of quality wear.
Pour la noblesse, l'habit fait le moine. Ah, celui-là dit c'était.
It's a travel dress. The silk has been lightly waxed to protect it from bad weather. And I know the very woman who came up with the idea, given all the traveling she does. My mother. God help us.
Sa mère serait venue pour la tuer.
Why did she come here in the first place?
Peut-être pas.
Material appears to have undergone abnormal wear and tear. She must have been scouring the countryside.
C'est qu'elle a fait une bêtise, sauver la peau.
Good.
Je sais pas. Mais elle a dû rentrer par quelque part. On est quand même sur un balcon ici. Dis Norbert, ouvre-moi petit... Des pommes. Norbert, ouvre-moi la fenêtre.
Walter aussi. Ah, fais comme moi, mets son matelas par terre. Ah, j'aime bien.
Bah, trop tard, fallait le dire avant. Je te rappelle que c'est toi qui m'as dit, bon, va-t'en. Non, c'est moi, je ne voulais pas boire.
Oh, tu fais bien ce que tu veux.
Je ne voulais pas boire.
Vials of laudanum.
J'en étais sûr qu'il y avait de l'autre du opium. Ce qui est bizarre, c'est que j'ai pas pu interagir avec la dernière fois, tout ça.
Large quantities could knock out a bull. Could Elizabeth have been drugged? If the body wounds are anything to go by,
elle droguée, non.
Not. She put up a fierce fight.
Le problème, c'est que je vais plus avoir assez de...
The label shows that this laudanum comes straight from America. I wonder if Washington's involved.
Bah, le père, il était américain, le père d'Adams. C'est vrai qu'Adams, il connaissait le père, hein.
On dirait des meubles asiatiques.
Ouais, un peu laqué, ce que tu veux dire.
Blood spatter indicates that the murder must have held Elizabeth upright during the attack. Even if Elizabeth wasn't very big, I doubt she wouldn't have put up a struggle. It takes tremendous strength to overpower someone like that. Knocked over bottle of wine. You know that smell. It's laudanum. It must have been mixed with the wine directly in the bottle.
C'est pour ça qu'elle voulait se calmer hier. Et que j'avais la tête qui tournait moi quand je picolais.
Same thing Elizabeth served me last night. Still just as disgusting. I don't know what's happened to this wine, but it's undrinkable.
Cette dague, elle était dans les objets de la galerie, non?
The lower part of the handle is unsullied by blood. The murderer gripped the weapon so tight that there's no blood where he held it. The handprint indicates a small and slender hand. The blade is short and thin, well sharpened, apparently. It's covered in blood. Still fresh.
Pourquoi le logique est disponible? Je ne comprends pas.
T'as pas de poids?
J'ai pas de poids du tout en logique. Bah.
Non, mais t'as pas de poids en bas à gauche. Tu peux pas en dépenser.
Ah non, logique. Ah non, non, c'est logique. Non, non, en fait, c'est ça, c'est que je n'en ai pas du tout. Ok, oui, je me trompe pas avec psychologie, par exemple. Mais il m'en reste pas de poids, mais. Là, j'ai utilisé un truc pour avoir gratuit.
Poor girl bled to death. Whoever left that footprint has boats for feet. That's at least a size 15. Where's a size like that here? Peru? Washington, maybe.
Ok. Allons-y. Ah, elle était classe avec tous ces tatous. Tous ces sauts. Ça vaut le coup de ce franc-maçon.
Les yeux rouges.
Ouais. Mais elle avait déjà les yeux rouges avant de mourir, ouais, je sais pas ce qu'elle avait. Je crois qu'en fait elle était déjà condamnée. Ça se trouve c'était un suicide. Comment? Alors.
No wounds, but blood on the right hand. Nothing on the left except that tattooed symbol. This pinnacle's a trap. The wearers of the pinnacle thought that they were protected from evil by surrounding it inside the different circles of the pinnacle.
Si je fais ça, j'ai plus de points.
No marks or bruising around the wrists. Doesn't look like she was tied up or held by force. Blood, but no trace of blows on the legs. Let's see. No trace of sexual assault or rape. More tattoos, similar to those on the rest of her body. There are numerous marks on the body. She must have fought like a lion. It couldn't have happened without a lot of noise. There are also a number of old scars.
Tentative de suicide, peut-être.
People who scar themselves in this way generally do so to relieve some kind of psychological suffering. By trying to master the pain, they establish their self-control. She had the sigillum de Ameth tattooed on her, the symbol of the living God, written in the language of angels, according to believers. It is rare for someone to know about symbols like this at her age, unless her mother was a tutor. Symbol of Masons? What's that doing here?
Son père, c'est un franc-maçon à mon avis, comme tous les pères fondateurs des États-Unis. Alors je sais pas ce qui se passe, mais j'ai le feu aux poudres quoi, ça me coûte plus rien. Je crois que j'ai assez augmenté mes compétences en fait.
Made several years ago. She wasn't trying to take her own life.
Ah ok, d'accord.
Scarring, ugh. Scarring isn't very regular, but They're mostly from old cuts.
Donc j'ai tout fait. On va regarder le
I
torse.
count no fewer than 9 wounds on the thorax
9,
with
c'est un
a
chiffre
lot of
magique.
blood. At first sight, I'd say that's what caused her death.
T'as fait la tête aussi?
Pas encore.
The wounds are clean and look like they've been inflicted by a sharp object. Some of the lacerations have damaged vital organs, the heart, the right lung, which is perforated. Most of them weren't given with much force. She might even have survived. But the stab in the heart, though not all that deep, sealed her fate.
Elle savait qu'elle allait mourir de toute manière.
Some of these tattoos are veritable works of... What's that? The skin between her breasts is different. Bloody hell! This tattoo was drawn on a page of leather and stitched onto her skin. Probably during childhood. If the scars are anything to go by. It's the same kind of tattoo as on the rest of her body.
On lui a greffé la peau de... Ah bah...
The wounds are clean and look like they've been inflicted by a sharp object. Some of the lacerations have damaged vital organs, the heart, the right lung, which is perforated. Most of them weren't given with much force. She might even have survived. But the stab in the heart, though not all that deep, sealed her fate. I see no sign of bruising on the skull. The only clue is a scar from a previous craniectomy. Poor Elizabeth, she must have been very young when she went through all that. That's torture. She also has old scars around the neck, maybe mutilations.
C'est dommage qu'il voit tout ça qu'après sa mort.
What a strange smell. Her breath smells of alcohol and of laudanum. People use it to relieve pain.
Peut-être que quelqu'un est venu boire avec elle en fait, tu vois.
Laudanum. Certain courtiers use it to get drunk. If taken in large quantities, it can provoke fits of madness. She bled from the nose. There's signs of bleeding, but I don't see any traces of bruising. There's signs of bleeding, but I don't see any traces of bruising.
Bah.
There's signs of bleeding, but
bah, ok, d'accord.
Traces of bruising.
Que ce soit scientifiquement ou de manière vigilante.
Il revient au même résultat.
Est-ce que c'est parce que j'ai pas de poids? Ah non. Bah non, mais... Ouais, je peux l'enlever cette fois. Ok. Bon. Bon.
Has Sir finished with
I
this
know
woman?
enough now. Thank you.
Very well, sir. Sir may return whenever need be. I shall guard the door.
Lui, c'est pas... Il a pas la voix de celui que je malmène un peu, hein.
Qu'est-ce qu'il fait juste à côté de la...
Bah, je voulais pas lui demander, c'était lui faire trop d'honneur, mais allez savoir. Allez savoir.
Monsieur de Richet.
Mr. Volner, are you looking for anything in particular? Next to Elizabeth's room?
No, nothing special.
I'd have thought this is not really the shortest way to get to your suite.
Yes, I wasn't really looking where I was going.
Toi, tu joues pas au poker.
I shall leave you now, sir.
Ouais.
I will return to my room.
C'est ça, ouais. On se voit plus tard, monsieur le gars bizarre. Ah, c'est parti. Comment? Il a profité d'un glitch. Ah, il glitch. Bon, j'avais dit que c'était la dernière partie d'aujourd'hui, mais j'avoue que je veux continuer à mener l'enquête après. Bon.
Napoléon.
Monsieur Washington.
Ah, oui, ça.
Ah, ça c'est Washington. Washington que j'aurais voulu voir et Monsieur Perru.
Perru.
Mais le problème c'est que j'ai plus beaucoup de points là.
Je sais plus comment pour les récupérer, c'est toujours les objets ou c'est un dodo?
Non, non, ah non, je crois que c'est les objets. Mais non, en fait, il y a une autre solution. Faut que je retrouve Wilfrid, mon majordome préféré. Ah, Wilfrid, il est un peu. Attends une seconde.
Un nom de chat.
Wilfrid, c'est un nom de chat?
Je trouve, ouais.
Ouais, des aristochats, c'est ça? Non, je sais pas. C'est de Richet. Non, lui, on va le laisser tranquille, ça va être un innocent. Il y en avait, mais je crois que je les ai tous bouffés. Oh, c'est qui ça? On l'a pas vu, lui, Manuel Godoy, le duc. Le duc qui va récupérer une peinture normalement. Ah, mais c'est. Ah, j'ai pu passer devant, c'est bizarre. Ce serait pas le mari de l'autre, lui? C'est une duchesse, elle. Ah, mais c'est la duchesse de Wilton. Bon, qui est-ce là? Ah, on peut pas descendre. Ouais. Bon, allons.
Non, tu dois bosser et puis c'est tout.
Allons dans la chambre de la fille. Après tout, on va lui dire qu'elle ne nous a pas entendu.
Tending children at the orphanage in Harlem. I find it a little hard to understand this painting choice.
Oui, il aurait fallu traduire.
Oh, il y aura que des gamins partout, c'est ça?
King George III in coronation robes. Nice touch for the room of an English duchess.
Une chambre d'anglais, quoi. Que des peintures anglaises.
C'est très personnalisé quand même, c'est...
C'est comme si c'était chez eux, tu vois.
Ouais.
I received your last letter. Unfortunately, the Crown informed the Golden Order that our mission should under no circumstances hamper Sir Gregory's plans. Decidedly, they have support from the highest level in Buckingham Palace. So here we both are, hands and feet tied, and little room to maneuver. Keep me abreast of events. Our mission is becoming more complicated. Yours, E. T.S. The French chapter of the Order doesn't appear to know anything about the arrival of our friend Sarah. I therefore cannot comment on it. However, my guess is that she has come here for personal reasons.
Donc c'est une lettre d'Emily à Emily, puisque là c'est les deux sœurs qui sont passées pour la même. Et par contre elle parle de Sarah, mais est-ce que la morte c'est Sarah?
C'est ta mère?
Ah. Excuse-moi, tu... Non, c'est mère. Oh pardon mère. Oui pardon. Oh quel horrible...
Sarah de Richet.
Sarah de Richet, oui. Ok. Madame de Pompadour.
The Lady's Waldegrave by Reynolds. Painted upon the request of the Waldegrave family, in an effort to find them a husband. Displayed like meat. It's disgusting.
Je dirais que celle du milieu elle est mariable, les deux autres je sais pas trop. Bon d'accord, on va pas parler de ça. On n'a pas encore été dans les jardins.
Grammar of Port-Royal.
Oh.
Ah, the artistry of the French language in all its splendor. Whoever masters French commands the world. At least une partie of it.
Une partie vite. Le part of it. Tiens donc. Ils sont claustrés, il n'y a personne qui ouvre sa fenêtre. Ah, c'est la seule qui a une salle, c'est la seule qui a une baignoire, t'as vu?
A letter from William Pitt the Younger, addressed to Emily. He's the present Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Emily has indeed some powerful backers. Madam, thank you for consoling the Queen. The King's situation is worsening, but I wager he'll recover from this present fit. Next time you speak with Her Majesty the Queen, would you please be so kind as to ask her to look into my petition to raise taxes with the King? I will personally see to it that our nation will recover from this impasse. But King George's mental situation is slowing down our decision-taking. Thank you in advance for all your help. William Pitt, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom of Great Britain.
D'accord, on connaît du beau monde. Ah bon? Une lettre de son éminence Giuseppe Piaggi qui informe une aide de l'Italie contre la France. Ok, ça va pas plaire à ça. Ah ouais, c'est sérieux.
2 coils circle the lock.
J'ai la clé pour ça, non? Toujours pas. Ah, oh.
Dear Gregory, thank you for the information. I've managed to find out about the names you gave me. George Washington is a man you can trust. In spite of his obvious talent for politics, he has remained upright and honest. On the other hand, as you may well know, he is already doing business with Lord Mortimer. It will be more difficult to approach him. Napoleon Bonaparte was unknown to me until today. He's a passionate young French soldier for whom Mortimer predicts a promising future. Take heed. He is a man of conviction, which to my mind makes him potentially dangerous. As for Sarah de Richet, what more is there to say? You already know each other. She was apparently invited by Lord Mortimer about an ongoing matter in Paris that concerns a receiver in stolen art. See you soon. Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Right. I've retrieved everything. Queen Charlotte. All the royal family of England is there from what I can tell.
Belle prestance, la reine.
A letter from William Pitt the Elder addressed to Emily. He was the English Prime Minister. This letter dates from 15 years ago now. Madam, I shall never thank you enough for all your care and attention. I shall be indebted to you until my last breath. If you have any request of me, you only need ask. With regards to my son William, I shall never thank you enough for looking after him. You know the latter's preferences, and you will understand he needs you desperately. For that, and as agreed with Queen Charlotte, our friend Duke Hillsborough will carry out his task and meet with you within 6 months. From then on, you'll be free from want. Yours sincerely, William Pitt, Count of Chatham.
Un mariage organisé? Comment? Parce que c'était la bonne du Premier ministre? Comment? I'm shocked, I'm shocked. Ok, qu'est-ce que...
A devil's thorn, to be used to uncover the best disguised traits.
Ok, bon. J'ai utilisé un truc pour un autre. Je sais pas si c'est possible.
Ah, mais elle est juste là en fait, putain, tu lui piques des trucs.
Ah, t'avais pas vu? Ah oui, mais moi j'avais vu, moi. C'est pour ça que j'ai fait. Ah, même quand j'ai fait semblant d'ouvrir le coffre. Keiki, je t'apprends pas à faire des trucs intelligents. M'apprends pas à voler, s'il te plaît. On serait bien là, non? On est bien là, non? Oh, un origami. Oh, cool. Bon, je propose qu'on fasse une petite pause ici. Et puis, on se lance dans une autre série, une autre enquête, une autre partie. Et cette fois, nous en saurons plus sur la duchesse Emily de Hillsborough. À bientôt pour la suite.